Okay, it is February 3rd, 2026. Time is moving on, and we will say a quick prayer and get going with this success meeting. So, Lord, we just thank you for this night, and I thank you for the ladies that are just consistently on here almost every single week. And I thank you that they just take the time to be here and try to learn. And Lord, we do just want to lift up Jody and her healing. Lord, we just ask for you to heal her quickly and help her to have good energy, help her not to do more than she should do. We just thank you so much for this physical therapist she was able to see today. And we just pray that you will just guide her with what the best way is to help Jody's hand to get better, feel like feeling in it without it being painful. And Lord, we do just lift up Debbie and her family. We pray for her sister's family at the death of her sister and just pray for just comfort for Debbie as well and for all those around her sister and her friends. And Lord, just guide us tonight as we learn and help us to be able to support each other and just help me to speak clearly. And we just thank you so much for you and all of you that you've done for us. It's in your name we pray. Amen. Okay. You guys have probably seen lots of pictures, but really quick though, I'm my assistant said, because she's doing my newsletter and she's like, we don't have any accomplishment sheet numbers. And I said, well, the accomplishment sheets has been a little wacky. I did not have a chance. I meant to go look today. Um, if you were trying to enter them late last week, um, I think the numbers were going over into the accomplishment sheet, but all the names were asterisked out. So you couldn't see the names. So I talked to the company about it myself, and they knew it was an issue and it was supposed to be fixed, they thought kind of fast. But the last time I looked, it was still asterisked out. So I don't think it's fixed. I didn't have a chance to look today.
I
So,
did. It's
and
not fixed.
it's still asterisked out. Okay. So anyway, so I told her, really, so if you guys have any sales you want to tell me about, each week from now on at the moment, you can even message me what your total retail sales were, if you want to, until we can get that worked out, for sure. And if there's anybody that wants to share any sales that they had this week, feel free to go ahead and do that now. If you've got any that what your numbers are. Does anybody know what's your numbers, Dawn?
Um, it's gonna, well, I got frustrated because of the weekly accomplishment sheet and
Yeah.
all that I had to do to try. I think I'm right at 300 for this week.
Okay. Okay. And this next week should be a big week for you because the Super Bowl is Sunday, right? So all your
Well,
Super Bowl
that
stuff.
would be the case if I was doing any work. I've been way distracted. Like,
Okay.
I'm gonna be just having one board, unfortunately, but I will get 100 squares. Um, so yeah. Hey, Alex had a car accident. Her car is totaled. I forgot to let you know that.
Oh
She said
no.
she didn't get hurt. I don't know what happened. So now she's like squandering, or to get herself to work back and forth because she doesn't have a car.
Okay. Okay. I'll check
So
in on her.
we should all. I know she didn't tell me I couldn't say it,
Yeah.
and then so I'm sure she would be happy to know that we were all thinking about her. And
Yeah. I'll pray for that situation too. Oh no. Oh, that's not good.
right.
Well, and Meredith is having surgery. She goes to the doctor Monday to find out. It's just a gallbladder removal, but and she was rear-ended too in her car. And so I don't know. It's been a crazy month for all of us, like craziness. I don't know. So okay, but thanks for sharing that. So I'll keep her in my prayers and I need to check in on her anyway. Um yeah, okay. So I did do my little sale thing. So I tried to add them up really quick today to see where I was. It was kind of an all day, come and go. And then I did have like if you could message me an order, which I did have some people do as well, but it was around $1,550. So I was happy for that because my sales for January had been low. And so I needed, and I was trying to move some things that I had some, you know, limited edition that was still, the dates were still good, but I was checking dates on things, just trying to get my inventory under control and figure out what I've got. And sometimes it's good just to pull it all out, put it on a table so you kind of see what you've got and see what you need to move. And, you know, sometimes we do that at Christmas when we, you know, put things together. Hey, Jody, it's good to see you. So, anyway, so that went fine, but this Saturday I'm going to do kind of a new product reveal, just for customers to come, and my focus is too to come try a new lipstick, you know, because we're getting close to Valentine's, and so that's kind of fun. So we're doing that this Saturday, just trying to get in front of people a little bit more. If you guys want to get people on the Zoom events, tomorrow night is skincare. Thursday night is Madison Bigham. And I realized I forgot to put those scripts that we kind of came up with last week just for a baseline. I'm going to add those to, I'll go add them on Facebook where I have all the invites in the featured section on our Facebook page. I'll go put those scripts in there in case that just helps you with, you don't have to use those scripts, but you could look at them to kind of help you come up with your own to kind of invite people. I'm really going to focus on trying to get people on the one that Miranda Raines is doing, because I think that'll be a big pull for people to come for color analysis kind of stuff. So I'm going to really try to focus on that one, which I believe is in 2 weeks. So, but those are going on the next couple of nights if you have anybody you want to plug into that. So, okay. So I will tell y'all, you guys know about this new product. I'm going to share a little video. Let me see here. Okay, under education and products. And I think you guys can see this now. You may not be able to see this until you have access to order it, but I'm going to show you this little video really quick about this product.
Unleash your hydration imagination and break free from ordinary masking with the No Rinse and Mary Kay Hydrating Cream Mask, packed with superstar moisturizing ingredients. This creamy, dreamy formula quenches skin on demand and hydrates for 12 hours. Simply set it and forget it. No mess, just looking renewed and refreshed. Now you can enjoy a surge of hydration no matter your destination. Mask how you want, when you want. No rules! I mask in the morning. I mask overnight. I mask while I multitask. Can your mask do that?
Okay, stop share for a second. So interestingly enough, so I have this on my face right now underneath my makeup. I actually wore it all night long last night, and then I tried it under my makeup today because I was just curious. I've had a hard time, to be quite honest with you. I did not ask the company when I was there at leadership. I did ask Brenda, and Brenda told me she is wearing it under her makeup and she's putting it on last before she does her foundation primer and her foundation. So that's what I did today, and I've had it on all day. It actually, I don't know if you guys can tell from that thing. Let's see if you guys can see that. It's, you know how the other one we had was clear. This is more like, it almost feels more like a moisturizer. You know, like it's.
I have questions. Let me know when I can ask.
Yeah, yeah. So, well, let me tell you a few things and see if this answers it not, and then you can ask. So it hydrates for 12 hours. There's absolutely no smell. The feature moisturizing ingredients are shea butter, glycerin, and hyaluronic acid. And so it says there's different ways you can do it. So you can either do like put it on your fresh face that you've washed, let it sit for 20 minutes. And so to me, you wouldn't like totally, you just put a thin layer on. You don't actually like rub it in. You leave it on for 20 minutes and then you massage it in after those 20 minutes. You don't wash it off. Or you can do it overnight, which is what I did last night. So I went ahead and did my night cream, and then I put it on over my night cream and slept all night. And it's very similar to the other one in that I don't feel anything. And then it says a pre-makeup glow up. So break the rules and mask in the morning for a pre-makeup glow with no sticky afterfeel, which it does not. It is not sticky at all. This mask is convenient to use wherever you need it. And it says you can do it on your hands, your elbows, your knees, not just on your face. So it feels to me like a moisturizer, but if you're going to just use it where you just leave it on and then like sit, you kind of leave it in a layer and then rub it in. But I've done it. I couldn't find anything, even on our new like what order you do products. They didn't add it on that sheet. So it doesn't say exactly where. So it kind of depends, I think, on when you're going to do it. But it seemed to go over my moisturizer fine. And I've had my makeup on all day over it, and I felt like my makeup stayed. And of course, now I have really dry skin. So it doesn't feel thick, doesn't feel greasy, nothing like that. So, I mean, I don't know if you have oilier skin, if it would feel different, but it's for all skin types. So, okay, go ahead, ask your questions.
Okay, so it's one formula based on what you just said last. It's for all skin
Yes.
types.
Yes.
You said, I mean, to call it a mask, and then all that you said, I definitely, it's not fully reconciled in my brain. I'm also thinking like, how would you compare it to the Barrier 311 Barrier Restore? And then Brenda Austin's recent post, she looks real glowy. Her makeup looked gorgeous. And I was wondering if you said she put the mask on before her makeup, but like her look, I'm just wondering if this product is a part of what I've been observing with a couple of her Facebook videos. Like, because I don't
Possibly. I
even
will
know
tell you,
now how I would present it until I really absorb all the information, hear more about it. I would not know how to present this just based on what you shared. I'm confused.
yeah, it's different. I think they call it a mask, but I don't know why. I mean, it's like because you're not rinsing it off, and it reminds me a lot of the other mask that we had that went away. It's just the texture of it is a little bit more like a moisturizer to me. I think the difference between this and the barrier is the ingredients. And this is like super hydrating your skin. So if this is hydrating for 12 hours, it's moisturizing your skin. Its skin feels calm, where the Barrier Restore, those ingredients are specifically supposed to fight against things that are in their air that are causing concern. It's not really a moisturizer so much as it's got those ingredients in it that are supposed to kind of protect your skin. So there's kind of a difference between protecting your skin and hydrating your skin, even though you kind of need both. So I feel like, I don't know, Jody, you ask about it. I feel like my foundation stayed on good. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've had a long day. So, but I didn't feel like it, and I felt like it went on fine. Probably for me, I would probably use it at night for the most part. I probably am not going to typically wear it under my foundation, though it seemed fine. I will probably sell it more as a additional hydration that you can wear, all night long is the way it kind of like, that's probably how I will sell it. And anybody that used the other one, that we had. Yeah, go ahead.
So, okay, so it's definitely in the vein of another hydration product in which we have a lot. So, but at night, if you're doing it, you said you put it over your night cream? Like,
I did. But that's how I've always done, like whenever we used to do what was that thing we used to do during COVID all the time? The hydrofacial. We put the other mask over the top of our and slept in it all night. We did that a lot. So that's how that's kind of since then, I've always used that mask that we could sleep in, I've always put it on top of everything. Because that's kind of how we used to do those hydro sessions. And so but you don't have to. I mean, you could put it on, it says to put it on fresh, clean skin. So you could put it on first and then you could put your moisturizer on, I think.
Right.
I may
For me,
try
with
it
with the
both ways.
the repair is such a thick night cream. I would
Mhm.
feel like I was wasting that product going on top of the repair. I would do it like what you just
The other
said.
way. Yeah.
Put that on first and then come behind with my night cream. But then, we got
I'm
retinol
gonna
in
try it.
there. And
Yeah. I'm gonna try it both ways. Yeah. I'm gonna try it both ways and see. And like I said, I'm so dry, like in the morning, like y'all, I use Barrier Restore. I use I use the HA. I use moisturizer. I use this and and I'm fine, so, but I'll test it tonight underneath. It says you can do it 2 to 3 times a week, or more. So I feel like with all the heat, running my heater running and it being so cold, for me personally, it's not going to be too much for my skin. It's going to be, but so I think, but it's easy to test. There are samples, so you can, and I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure in the lookbook that's going out, this is the sample they're going to get of this. So it might be a good thing to say, I need more people to test this, try it and see. I think in Pajama Graphics in the free section, she even has a little card you can print off to go with your sample that you could put in reorder bags or give people. So definitely, I don't know. For me, I'm using all of it, but you might just have to have people test which hydration product they like the best. But really, you need moisturizer and Barrier Restore. So I think Barrier Restore and a moisturizer for sure. And then if you're just super dry, I mean, I like the feeling of this. We've got people that use extra emollient night cream. I would rather use this. Like this isn't greasy feeling, or anything like that. So, even your people that are extra emollient night cream people might like this because it says you can even do this on your hands, your elbows, everything, which people use extra emollient night cream for. So I don't know. It might just try it and see what you think. I noticed they did have some comparison real quick, Dawn. They didn't compare it to the Barrier Restore, but under, let me go back here real quick. I think there was some comparison sheets. Let me look under.
And how much is it? And like, what's the size? What's the ounces?
It is 3 ounces and it's 24. So they are pairing it with the charcoal mask like they did the other one and calling it mix and match. So that's $50 if you get both. And the comparison chart they put in here under the products. Let's see.
So it's the size of like a hand cream?
No, it looks like the size of charcoal mask.
Oh, okay.
It looks like it's about the size of charcoal mask. I don't know. I have a hand cream sitting here. Let's compare. So, but to me, it looks more like the size of charcoal mask. So this is what it compared it to on this little chart is, and I guess because these are the 3 things that we have that are called masks. So this is the chart that they compared it to. So what the key ingredients are in them and how to use it, and then skin type. And really all of these are for all skin types, but of course charcoal mask is particularly for oily or blemish prone skin, but I like charcoal mask too and I have dry skin. So this is the chart they kind of put together. So this is what they compared it to, but I think it's because these are the 3 products called masks. So I don't know if that helps you at all. But for sure, I mean, it's a regular line product. And So I guess we'll kind of play with it and see. It feels good. It feels really good to me, but of course I'm really dry. So then I have one of the new glosses on. The one I have on is golly geez, y'all. You really can't see the names of these. I think it's called Lilac. Let's look at it. So this is the lookbook, which is a pretty cool lookbook. Oh, sorry. I'm going to try to look at what you're typing. Oh, what has Panthenol? The new mask? Okay. I didn't look at all the ingredients. I just looked at the Superstar moisturizing ingredients in it. It does feel really good. Okay, let's look at these glosses. So this one is Lilac Love. That's the one I have on. Lilac Love. So it's not super dark. I thought it would be darker. And then there is Rose and Red, Cherry Red. So this one is the Rose. Let's see. To me, that's quite a bit darker. Of course, that's on my hand. And then this is the Cherry. So those two are darker for sure. And then the Lilac one and these are not regular line. These are limited edition. So there's the Lilac one. So you can see. Yeah. So just kind of fun gloss. And I'll show you in the lookbook, I'll show you guys a video. In the lookbook, there's this look right here next to these, and there's a video about this girl's whole look that I'll show you. And then this one is super interesting, right here. And there's a video about this too, which I'll show you guys the video. So both of these are in the lookbook. And then I guess I'll do a little plug right now. There's these pairings with the new eyeshadow sticks, and these bronzers are back, limited edition. They're exactly the same as the ones we had last spring. I did see a director show today, and I got my box and haven't opened it, that some of hers were broken when she got them. But we asked them when we were at leadership, we said, are these gonna break? And the girl behind, and mine are not. Mine that came in my little director kit are fine, but they double did them. They put them in two of these. So we asked them if they were gonna not break, and she said, as far as I know, I am told they are not going to break. So we'll see. But I think they're the same color and everything. They're called Medium Glow and Deep Glow. But I'll show you these two fun little videos because they kind of match what's in the lookbook. Get back here.
Come on, like this is such a look. I love it. Glass lips is a super elevated look and I love it at the moment, so let's jump into it. I usually like to cleanse my skin first, then exfoliate, then apply serum and SPF, especially if I'm going outside. Now, if you want to achieve a mirrored finish look for your lips, it's very important to exfoliate first. So this needs to sit on your lips for about 1 to 2 minutes. So while we wait, we'll just move straight into eyeshadow. Now that we've let it soak, let's scrub it off. Now we're gonna go in with our butter balm. And just like the sugar scrub, we're also gonna let the Shea Butter Balm sit on our lips. And until then, let's move into our brows and eyeliner. What I really love about this mascara is it gets in between all those really hard to reach places in your eyelashes. It just kind of gives you a fan effect, and I just love that. Last step before we get into our lips, we're gonna do blush. Now, for the moment we've all been waiting for, my favorite part is the lips. We're gonna start off with the lip liner. Instead of just lining the outer edges of my lips, I'm filling them halfway in, leaving the centers alone. Take the lip liner and sort of feather it out, and then after you go over with a darker color on your cupid's bow and like the bottom. This creates a two-toned effect to make my lips look more dimensional, and then finish it off with a clear or a nude gloss to bring out that ombre effect. This is perfect for a date night, going to the museum, out with your friends, literally anywhere. It's just a statement, and you don't really need anything else. It's a great look.
All right, I'm going to show y'all this other video, and I want to see what y'all think, because this is also in the lookbook.
Now I'm going to show you how to get a fun look that I love inspired by strawberries. And it will leave you fresh, glowy, and effortlessly sun-kissed. I started my look with SPF to protect my skin, and then I went in with the Luminous foundation, just to even out my skin tone. And then next, I go in with Mary Kay's translucent setting powder. Setting your foundation is an important step for your blush to just glide. Next, I go in with Mary Kay's black eyeliner, and I just apply this under my lashes to help make them pop. Even when I don't do a full face of makeup, I always do my brows, basically like a natural facelift. Now to get that sun-kissed look, I go in with blush. I'm using a very vibrant, punchy blush to really just get that strawberry effect. This look is all about the blush. You really want this color to pop, so add a bunch of layers and as many as you need to make it really vibrant. Next is my favorite part, applying fake freckles. I go in with the brow tint, just doing the top of the brush, doing some dots, and then using my finger just to make more imprints and blend it out. Okay, I think I want to add more blush. So I'm going to go in and just tap it on the apples of my cheeks to make it pop. I'm loving how vibrant this is, and I'm so glad I did another layer. Next, I'm going to go in to finish the look with Mary Kay's lipstick and a lip gloss. I feel confident, glowy, and just my best self, because Mary Kay is all about being the best version of yourself.
I thought the fake freckles were interesting. I was like, okay, mostly I have people, I know, and that's hot coral blush. So that's the look that's in the book. So I don't know. It's a little bit interesting. And then this girl has eyeliner. This is just like promoting the eyeliner, but it's kind of an interesting eyeliner look too. So I don't know. I get the impression though that the theme here is glowy, you know, like glowy skin, kind of luminous. So that does seem to be kind of the trend of this book. So anyway, I wanted to just show y'all that, but I don't know. And of course, she's super young. Like, I don't think I could do hot coral blush. Yeah, go ahead, Dawn.
Not going to be a nice comment. So I hated the second video. I'm like, that's bordering on clown look. And I would like to understand why the company has her marketing it that way. Like, before I really rip it apart, why doesn't the company give us some insight on some of these marketing things they're doing now that are, to me, kind of drastically different? I get it that we want to have young people showing that we're not all about old ladies and blue hair anymore. But that particular video, I'm like, somebody needs to explain it, because I hated it.
Yeah.
in
Well, all it says in the book
in-
is it's trending. It just says it's trending in the book. So I am probably not going to show someone how to do blush like this. This would not be how I would show someone to. I think you could have a nice glowy look with the blush with not this much, but and I mean, I haven't really, not that I'm around tons of young people, but I haven't really seen that. I thought this look was definitely prettier. Her little ombre look on her lips was interesting, I thought, and she has really great lips, so it looked good on her. So I thought that that was good. So I don't know, but I just wanted to show you what, is in the book and what you have to offer. The only other thing, they are coming back with the After Sun replenishing gel. And of course, we have a lot of customers that do really love this and they want it back every year. And then the other thing they're promoting, and it's in the book like this, is you can purchase this little set together, which it's not a difference in price or anything. They're just kind of putting these together. And I feel like this is also kind of for winter, maybe, or, just a citrus and shea bundle is what it's called. It's $28, which I think is the same price as if you bought these two things separately. But they're really promoting like, moisturized hands and lips. So that's really what is in the book. And that's what's new. So I just wanted to make sure I do like the book. And I do think there's a whole section on all the sunscreen stuff. So as we get into spring, all the products that have sunscreen. And okay, so I was going to tell y'all this. I don't know if you guys saw that HDK has created 9 looks with she's using some of this and some of our regular line, and she has cute names for all of them, and she's posting them on her Facebook page and showing you how to do them, but you can also get them free from Pajama Graphics. But a lot of consultants have already been posting all the looks today, so you can grab those if you just want looks that you can do with our current color line that include that. That's kind of fun for sure. So I think that's the main things that are new at the moment. So, I think I'm going to try to have people try this, especially right now, because it's still really cold and it's really dry. So I think I've had a lot of people complaining that their skin has been really dry. So I think I am going to have a lot of people try to test that out. And I'm just going to kind of have a test panel and have them give me their opinion of it. I think that's probably the best way to get people to try it and see if people like it. So I don't know what your all's thoughts are about that. If you did preferred customer program, you can order all of these things on the 10th. If you did not, then you can order them on the 15th. And they'll be on our websites, on our My Shops on the 16th. I will tell y'all, I'm going to go ahead and say it on here on the recording thing because they gave us more information about the new foundations that are coming. And if you go to Career Conference, they're going to talk about them at Career Conference from the stage. And all of the info about them will be available on Mary Kay in Touch on April 1st. Because you will be able to order them. If you do preferred customer program, you'll be able to order them on May 10th. So here we have February, March, and April. We have 3 months. So you think strategically about moving the foundations you currently have. If you have new customers that are in April, it's okay to put them on our current line. It's going to be the next time they could move to the new. There's going to be a good conversion chart so you can kind of know. And I think it'll be a great time in May and June to have lots of let's come over and try foundations, get them in the right color. So,
Hey,
just
Angela,
yeah.
how much is did the replenishing, moisture replenishing sun care, did it stay the same price?
I believe so. I believe it's the same price. It is $20. I believe it was $20 before. And yeah, and those lip glosses are $18, which is our regular lip gloss price.
Okay.
and the bronzers are 22, and they were 22 last year. So,
Okay. Thanks.
and I know you're ordering a lot of those bronzers, Jody.
No, I'm not ordering a single freaking one. Nope.
So anyway,
The only way I'll order one is to replace one for you, or I have to buy one for a customer that orders it. Otherwise, I don't keep that crap in stock.
well, the funny thing is, I had so many people wanting bronzers, and then the company came out with them, and then they're not buying them from me. But they were
no, because
asking
those
for
were ugly.
bronzers.
I'm sorry, those are the ugliest bronzers they've ever released.
They had asked for bronzers before, so I don't know. It's interesting.
My own opinion. Sorry,
I know.
It's kind of like Dawn and I both have opinions.
So I've been using the lighter color one when I do bronze.
Yeah.
And Brenda had something where she said the lighter of those two is for people with like cool undertones. And I'm not a cool. I am a more of a yellow. And so per her post, she was suggesting I would be in the dark one. Now I'm like, okay, I never tried the dark. It looks scary to me. I'm not trying to change my ethnicity, but that just shocked me that she said, I mean, suggested the dark one would be right for me. That just was weird to me.
Well, I know, because I have a warm undertone too, and I can't imagine putting any of that dark on me. I guess I should try it. I don't know. I'd have to do a really light.
I'll let you know, because I'm definitely going to experiment,
Yeah. See. I did want to tell y'all, I don't know, you probably are going to see it fairly soon, but the deep wrinkle filler, they're changing. You know how it kind of has like a little tip on the end that's a little bit, so you can kind of tell the difference between it and the eye cream, the Voluform eye cream, because they're changing it, and it's going to have a flat lid. So it's going to look more like I don't know why, but they just said they're changing the packaging on that there's nothing changing with the product. So if you do order deep wrinkle fillers and it has a different lid, it's just because they're changing the lid. So just FYI. So you don't think, oh my gosh, they put a eye cream in my deep wrinkle filler box. So just so you know about that. So I don't know, as they move through those are going to change. I just wanted to remind you that the company is doing the Rise and Radiate program, through June. And so it based on when you order $600, if you do it 4 months from January to June, you're going to get standing reco at seminar. If you do it 5 months, you're going to get a sash. If you do it 6 months, you're going to get a sash and the gold bag. I don't know if you guys saw the pictures of the gold bag, but they had it at leadership. And so several ladies had it on. It's kind of a puffy gold bag, but it's pretty. And then we are also doing Rise and Radiate based on our unit size. And so our goal is at least 122 non-tees by the end of June. Ultimately, if we did the 30% goal, we'd have 144. If we had everybody active today, we could have 144, but we started out at 111 on January 1st, and we actually went down in February. We're at 108. So, but I'm going to really do a big push for it in April, May, and June, because if we can get someone active in April, then they're active all 3 months, and then they would count for that. So I just want to do it. I mean, I don't really, I get a purse, and I can get 2 purses if I do those funky little purses. I don't really care about the purse. I mean, it's cool, but I just want our numbers to be up. And so, so I am watching that and tracking it, and they're giving us a report. I will I will go live by tomorrow and do the free drawing. 2 people are getting some of these new free products y'all are excited about. If you did at least a $350 order, and I didn't have that many people do $350 orders this time, not as many as last time. So there's more chance that you can win. So, and then I have a cool idea for February. I think it's a cool idea. You guys can tell me, because you guys like to share your opinions. So you may say not a cool idea, But if you do $350 by February 24th at noon, your name is going to go into a drawing and I'm going to pay for two people $50. It's $49 to go to have access to Lori Hogg's new 2-day it says it's 3 days, but then it just says it's 2 hours. So I don't know if it's like broken up, but if you do it, you don't even have to be on live. Like if I pay for the registration for you, then you have access to the Facebook page and the replay of everything. And it says generational looks and trends, seasonal color made simple, foundation and complexion mastery, eyes, brows, and lashes, contour versus bronzer, and printable resources and tools. So two people are going to get registered by me, and your name will go in a drawing if your $350 wholesale order is in by February 24th. And then I'll get you registered so that you can get on there on the 25th. So that is going to be the prize for February. So I thought that might be kind of fun. What do you guys think? Something different.
I like it.
You have to do it before the end of the month, but that's only because her training is before the end of the month. And I wanted to make sure I didn't want to, I was trying to figure out how to do it, but I thought there's only 28 days in February. So, it's good to get done before the end of the month anyway. So anyway, did you have another question, Dawn?
Oh, I just was going to say, isn't there just like 3 people that are eligible for the products that you're doing tomorrow?
It's more than that. But like last month I had like 10. And I think it's less than 5, I think. I'll have to go back and look. I think I'm kind of in between reports at the moment. So they took all my numbers off, but I'll have it by tomorrow and look. I think there's 5. But I had like at least 10 last month. So there was more in the drawing in December than there was in January. So, but we'll do that for February. And then if you're interested in going to Career Conference, the registration for that starts this Friday. We can all register on Friday. And then I reminded you already about tomorrow night's skincare and Thursday night's Madison Bigham. I told you about HDK's looks on Pajama Graphics, but you can get them off of, like, you can follow HDK and get them too. A lot of people are posting them, but it's kind of fun to have some new looks, that you could offer to people. And I noticed several directors are posting all the looks and saying, I'm doing, in-person looks for the month of February. Who's interested? It's a good booking tool if you're wanting to book. And I'm still working on some tips for my shop. I showed Jody yesterday. I'm going to do a little bit more research, but have you had any My Shop orders yet, Dawn?
No, but I have a question.
Okay.
So I'm about to do a CDS order. Does My Shop change? I never did a CDS order before because I didn't have ProPay.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to
Okay.
ship out an order to a customer in Syracuse, and I just feel not in the know. But go ahead and say whatever you were
Well,
going to say.
no, I'll just tell you how to do that because it is a little bit different than it was before. So if you didn't do it before, then it probably won't be as confusing to you as people that used to do it the other way. But you just choose CDS, instead of My Inventory, and then you pick your products. And then when you get ready to pay, just pay. The main thing is just pay the amount that you owe for the product to the company. And it tells you that because you have to use your own credit card for that. And then you get money from your customer, however you're going to get money from your customer. And then you'll charge her whatever you're charging her. But you have to pay with your credit card the cost that it's going to cost you for the product, the tax, and the shipping. And it tells you that amount, and you just use your own credit card for that. So, and that should be, I think it's actually more confusing for people that did it the old way because they used to be able to charge their customer's card right then. And now we don't do that. So, I think, but if you have trouble when you're doing it, let me know. I will tell you that a couple of times what's happened is it tells you that their name is missing. And so I go up to the top where their name is and I either retype their name or there is like another little field where you can put the customer's name. And so sometimes you have to put their name in there again. But that's happened on a regular order when I've entered it, not even just CVS. So, and Stephanie, you don't have your My Shop set up, right? Okay.
That's on my agenda for tomorrow. I actually have it written down.
Okay. Yeah. If you have trouble, let me know. And I sent you the video,
I
right?
got yeah.
Okay, which I don't know. I mean, I hope the video is helpful. It might be too much information, but if you have trouble, let me know when you're doing it. So, but the thing I'm checking on too with My Shop for y'all, as I was showing Jody yesterday, how you can go and make sure that if you have a My Shop order, that the money has been transferred and how much they transferred to your account. Like there's a little My Shop account you can look at. But the other question I was asking on the director's thing, and Roxy kind of picked up on my question and she agreed, and we didn't get an answer. So we're going to try to call the company. But because in the past, when you used ProPay would send you a report at the end of the year that told you all of your fees and all of the things, like you got a summary so you could use it for your taxes. Well, since the Stripe is not really our personal accounts, it's Mary Kay, I was wanting to know, well, how am I tracking those fees, that I'm paying with Stripe, like, to just charge the card, because that is coming out of my profit. So how do I keep track of that? And is the company keeping track of the shipping on that? If my customer is not paying the shipping and I'm paying the shipping, is that still going to show up on my report at the end of the year like they do CDS or not? Things like that for tax purposes, I'm unclear. So I'm going to try to get some clarification on that. And I will tell you guys, I did sign up for Pink Office because I wanted to start February 1st, but I'm having technical difficulties with that too. So I've sent them an email and I haven't gotten an answer. And I was like, it's supposed to be simple, because I feel like it's just taking Mary Kay a while to fix the issues that I'm having with my information that's there. And then so I thought, well, going forward, maybe I'll just kind of start over with this, and then I will be able to look up prices of products easier and that kind of thing on Pink Office. But Cheryl and I were talking about how even in the news system, even on the app, you could look up a person's name and you could see all the products they bought in the past. And the way this is on Mary Kay in Touch, even if you do have your past invoices for 24 and 25, you can see those individual orders, but there's nothing that's just a list of the products that the customer has purchased from you in the past. So I do think what is better in the new system is the notes section. And so I thought I may utilize the notes section to put their foundation color at least, or something, so that is like really accessible to me fast. Because the notes section is actually better. But I don't see a place where, even if I did have the invoices that I don't have, that I can just look up all the products that customer has ordered. It doesn't seem to be there at all. So I'm checking on that too. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of things missing, and then the more problems keep coming up, and then they're not fixed. So but anyway, I'm going to keep checking on it. And when I talked to the lady last week about the accomplishment sheet, she gave me the email of the person to email information to when I was having trouble with things on the system. So I'm emailing them to ask them about all these questions, because now I have an email. So I'm going to try that and see if I get some more answers for sure. But if you run into anything, let me know. Because either I may know about it. If I don't, then it's something we can turn in. But I don't know. That's just where we are. Anything else? Okay. Next week, we'll have Stephanie do product, and we're going to go back to this book next week, and we're going to do the first two areas, which I believe is control and competence. And so we're going to talk about those next week in our meeting. And if anything comes up, y'all can let me know. I appreciate you guys listening and giving me your input on the new products. I would definitely, I would order some of this, at least order some of the samples and try it, see what you think. I mean, I do really like it, but I'm all about everything I can to hydrate my skin. So it feels really good to me. But you can kind of see. I mean, I will still use it like I use the other one, but we'll just see what happens with all that. All right, anything else? All right, well, good luck with all your house stuff, Dawn. And glad you could be back, Stephanie. And hopefully Jody's on the mend for sure. It's just going to take some time. So, all right, y'all have a good rest of your evening. And we will talk for sure next Tuesday.
Thank you.
Okay, talk to you later.
Bye.